Hello, everyone. Are y'all up for a game? There's a TikTok channel that multiple people have brought to my attention, and the username is Pastor Red Flag or Preacher Man, one or the other. And it's the same moron that was Loki and Pharaoh, which they spelled incorrectly, and a couple of other usernames I can't remember. This is the profile image that Red Flag Preacher Man uses. I did an image search for it, and the original art is named Cool Youth Pastor Spider-Man. Now, if you think it sounds like Pastor Red Flag, who is not super cool by any stretch of the imagination, could be John Paul Miller, you might be right. I personally think it is. I was told by someone that John Paul would never refer to himself as Pastor Red Flag, but I think he would. That would be something he'd think was funny because he has the sense of humor of a dog tick. I came across this comment made by Red Flag Preacher Man that he wrote about John Paul. Quote, "How many men in your life take free comic books to disabled kids while dressed as Spider-Man?" End quote. Well, that's pretty specific. Why would anyone other than John Paul feel the need to point out the comic books were free to the children? And what kind of jerkface would charge disabled children for comic books anyway? This comment reminded me of a text message that John Paul had sent to Micah's sisters. Quote, "Do you think anyone would take care of you the way I take care of Micah? Make sure she always takes her meds, provide so she can do whatever she wants in life, use all her energy to make her dreams come true, and affirm her more than her own parents ever affirmed her? If you can find someone to love Micah better than me, then please let us know because I want Micah to be the happiest and healthiest woman on earth. Out of each of your lives, including Micah, who do you think has the best life?" End quote. Then, in a text to Micah, John Paul wrote, quote, "You'll never find another man who loves you enough to do whatever it takes." End quote. John Paul likes to compare himself to other men, but only when the comparison is favorable to him, of course. Also, if your significant other, or really anyone in your life, is trying to convince you that no one other than them will ever love you enough, run the other way as fast as your sturdy legs will let you. It doesn't even really matter if John Paul is super cool youth pastor Spider-Man Red Flag Preacher Man Loki Pharaoh, so I'm not even sure why I'm rambling about it. The argument is the same no matter who wrote the comment. How many men in your life take free comic books to disabled kids while dressed like Spider-Man? Since Preacher Man wants to compare John Paul to other men in our lives, let's play a game. You can keep score or not keep score, but if you score more than 0, you might want to rethink what men are in your life. Ready? Here we go. How many men in your life are under investigation by the FBI? How many men in your life have had their estranged wife die under suspicious circumstances and have thousands of people who think they had something to do with it? How many men in your life have 2 lawsuits pending against them by women who allege they were essayed by him when they were young teens? How many men in your life have an attorney attempting to get a law about coercive control passed based on the abuse his estranged wife alleged he inflicted on her? Speaking of that, how many men in your life have done even a few of the things on that coercive control list? Things like not letting his wife sleep at night, forcing her to have sex with him while she was in the hospital, purposely damaging his wife's car, forcing her to take steroids, crushed up pills and put them in her food, paid a woman $10,000 to destroy a sexually explicit video of himself, or took over his wife's social media and pretended to be her. How many men in your life have had his ex-wife write an affidavit about his fondness for prostitutes and underage girls? How many men in your lives are pastors who have lost the majority of their congregation twice due to their own actions? How many men in your life were reportedly caught kissing a woman who wasn't his wife in a parking lot and was caught by the woman's teenage daughter? I'm talking about you, Susie Q. How many men in your life have thousands of people ready to party when he's finally arrested? How many men in your life have almost 40 traffic tickets? How many men in your life have hit someone at high speed with their vehicle twice after making sure their license plate was taped over so it couldn't be seen? How many men in your life are all of the above, but want you to think they're a good person because they've taken free comic books to children? Keep this game going in the comments. I know I've left out some things, probably even a lot of things.